What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony Digital, bringing back another 4K visual, back with a banger today, guys, on 5 sneakers that every man should own. Now guys, before we get into this video, make sure that you got the bell clicked on and notifications turned on to always, so that you guys always get a video notification when the bangers drop left and right, and you always be in full effect. Now today, guys, we're doing, like I stated, 5 sneakers that every man should own, and these are basically gonna be based on categories. I'm not gonna just tell you to get a certain sneaker at a certain colorway or a certain model, but basically giving you the brand around it, and you'll get what I'm saying as I go further and further into each one of these categories. So without further ado, man, let's get straight to it, man. Let's get it. Now, a quick honorable mention is going to be going to the Chelsea boot. Now that's definitely a dope shoe that every man should have when it comes to wanting to dress up or be in the middle of that casual dressy look. You can wear Chelsea boots with pretty much denim, khaki, slacks. You can wear them with pretty much anything, just depending on the occasion you're going to. Unfortunately, I sold my pair, but I have a pair coming in that you'll see within the next 5 days. I got a pair of Chelsea boots on the way, and I'm gonna try my best to show you some ways you can style them in different colors and matching. And they come in so many different other colors, from tan, black, dark chocolate, caramel, light tan, dark tan. So many colors when it comes to Chelsea boot, and it's a way to basically give you the grown man look, the swag. Now, every man should own a boot, and that being said, I had to put the Timberland as the boot. Now, right here we don't have a 6-inch. I have 3 6-inch Timberland boots. They're stored right now because it's hot as hell. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and put this and get this out the way, because right now the Timberland is not the shoe you want right now or need right now, but you need it. You need it for the year, because when you start the year off from January to April, it's chilly. And then when it hits September to December, it's chilly again. So a Timberland is needed for quite some time when you really think about it. One Timberland a year, you're good to go. Like I stated, I prefer the 6-inch boot. This one as well, they're pretty dope. Not people like the Euros as much. I personally dig the Euros. I don't have a problem with that at all. You know, they look nice, they look dope, and they sit well when it comes to the jeans. But the 6-inch boot is something that every man needs when it comes to the Timberland. Now, how you wear them, if you want to wear them like you from New York, have them open and fluffy, tongue flipped out, it's cool. Or you want to have them laced up nice with the, you know, sitting on, just sitting perfectly on the taper, it's up to you. But you need a Timberland in your collection. You need it. You need it, trust me. Now for this video, I wanted to keep it as current and up to date when it comes to the sneaker releases. There's tons of retros and stuff that will be mentioned. However, there are stuff that I want to keep up to date, and this one in particular is the runner. I feel like this is the runner for the year, and that is the Airmax 270. Now these have released this year officially. We have the Dirty Cactus right here, as well as the Tiger. I forgot the specific name for it, but the Airmax 270 has officially released in multiple and different colorways. It retails at $160. It's a dope looking sneaker mixed alongside with some of its retro looks of previous Air Maxes, and then the new look with the upper of the 270. It's definitely a sneaker that every man needs in their collection this year. This is basically, I feel like, the forefront of a sneaker collection. You can start off getting multiple pair of these, and in the due time, these might just like die out. Reminds me a lot of how last year we had the Flyknit Presto Ultras, which were dope. They were a hit. Everybody got their hands on them. Then they died. You don't see those no more sitting around. So how long the 270s may last, who knows? So that's why I feel like in general, an Air Max in general is a sneaker that every man would really need. You can go with the 97s, you can go with the 98s. The 98s have been a hit this year as well, but right now at a solid, nice price point, I would have to give it for the Air Max 270, because it's just been a sneaker that it just sits well, it looks well. There's multiple colorways. You have no problem picking a pair up, and you can probably find them on sale. Air Max 270 for your athletic runner feel. I definitely would go with the Air Max 270. And if you like any other Air Max, get a 97 or a 98. But really, the 270 is where it's at for me right now. So now, guys, I know a lot of you out there are probably on the clunky shoes, the chunky shoes, the dad vibes. You know, the dad sneaker vibe. And those things can get quite expensive. We know, like, for instance, the Raf Simons, those things are going for $500 and up. There's the Balenciagas that recently dropped. Them shits look hideous, by the way. Those look like a goddamn Farmer John's Billy Goat, Bill Goat, swallowed open with a spatula and a teaspoon sundae. So you're not gonna really wanna drop $900 on those. So my alternative, at least if you want the chunky dad shoe vibe, would be going with a pair of Pumas, the Thunder Spectras, as well as the Thunder Electrics. These right now are pretty much sold out everywhere. You can get them on StockX for like $200, but these are sitting at pretty much every Foot Locker, as well as another colorway. Retail on these are $120, so you're really not missing out. You get the chunky dad-like shoe effect. It's by a good brand, Puma, on the way up. A lot of people are slacking on them, but they'll make their debut very, very shortly, and they already have been making a debut, really, if you ask me. But if you want a nice, chunky looking shoe and dad-like vibes, or you want to be on that upper echelon look, I would go with the Thunder Spectra. You get the good price point, you get a good quality sneaker, and you'll be happy at the end of the day. Or you can drop your $800 on some Raf Simons or Balenciaga, Billy Goat Farmer John shoes, and feel good about yourself, I guess, at the end of the day. It's up to you. Sure money. But this is a good alternative, and it's the best dad-like vibe. Or you go with the Nike Monarch for 60 bucks. Shit, who knows? But really, this is my shoe that I will give you on my own suggestion. Now, the next shoe has to be the Retro. The sneaker that is iconic, the classic. This can range from a lot of different sneakers now, guys. So it's really preferred on your own end. You can go with a Converse Chuck Taylor, you know what I'm saying, or a Vans, however you want to do it. But for me personally, and I feel like a lot of you guys out there, it gotta go to the Jordans. It gotta go to a Jordan. And if you gotta pick a Jordan that's classic, retro, iconic, it's gotta be the Jordan 1. This is the best price Jordan at $160. This one in particular we know is gonna resell for a lot. This is the actual bread, the Jordan 1 bread. So the retail is a little bit more, but you can get yourself a Jordan 1 pretty much anywhere. Just make sure it ain't got no Nike on it. You don't want the mid, you want the OG with the Nike right there. Now, a couple years ago, it was hard to get any OG Nike Air. Nowadays, it's pretty easy. I mean, they've had the Jordan 1 sales that were sitting for quite some time. You go into the mall, there's a Jordan 1 most likely with the Nike OG Air sitting. You get the yin yangs that are white or the black. They're hitting outlets. The yin yangs hit them for like $80. So you can pretty much get yourself a Jordan 1 for a decent price without spending that much money. It's a shoe that they can be beaten to the pulp, still stands the the test of time, and it's a great overall sneaker that just sits well on the jeans. It looks good. You have the retro type of feel and the retro look with the Nike and the Jordan. It's an overall classic sneaker that any man that wants to have the retro feel, anybody can wear a Jordan 1. I don't give a damn where you at. You can wear one and you look fly. You don't have to do too much when it comes to this sneaker. That's why I had to put it here. Now guys, last but not least, you might know what it is. Now this is gonna shock some people out there. You're gonna be like, what the hell? Like, you can't afford it at this time. I feel like, honestly, at least on the sneakerhead side, or every man, you need a Yeezy. You need a Yeezy. You need some type of Yeezy or a Yeezy variant, okay? That's it. It is what it is. I got here a couple of them. We got 4 pairs right here. Well, actually 3 pairs of Yeezy, and another is an alternative. The Yeezy 500 right here. You know what I'm saying? These things are retailing for $200. They're pretty much reselling for $240, and they're actually quite easy to get your hands on now. You can get your hands on it easy with no problem if you're waking up on the day of the release. These right here, I actually got them on a pre-sale, so I was able to get them with no struggle. However, these were just going like hotcakes left and right on Yeezy Supply with no trouble whatsoever. People were able to get their hands on Yeezys with no problem. So you can go with the Yeezy 500, which has no boost, $200 if you like it. It is what it is. That's your own choice. Or you can go with the Yeezy 350, which is also seeing a decline in sales. Right now, StockX, the newest and latest Yeezy 350 V2 Butter, which I got coming on the way, they are reselling for around $260, but plus all, like, once you pay the shipping on StockX and all that stuff, you're gonna be paying around $295, almost $300. So it's a little bit more of the pocket range when it comes to the Yeezy 350 V2. But if you wake up, you might be able to get yourself a pair. For me, for instance, I got myself a pair on Foot Action with no problem whatsoever. And then also, I got a pair from RSVP Kings with no problem as well. Then you got the Yeezy Calabasas. I always say it wrong. Retail, I believe, on these was $120, and they sit. Okay, I mean, these are actually sitting. They sit. The original pair sold out. They resold for like $1,000. If you're one of those people that paid $1,000 for this sneaker, you might need to slap yourself a couple times in the face and probably piss on your face too. Cause I mean, I know you feel sick right now. Maybe not as sick as I feel like when I sold my turtle doves for $700 a couple years back, but close enough. But then they released these, which were doing, you know, quite well, 180, I think, $200. And then the black ones that are the most recent, those sat on Yeezy supply for quite some time, for a couple hours. They didn't even really sell out. You could have took your time and got a pair. So getting a pair of Yeezy Calabasas is not a problem at all. You can get yourself a pair and with no problem. So it's all about just how much you want them. But then on the alternate note, you have the Adidas Continental 80. Now these just released about a week ago. I say no more than 2 weeks ago. Now these retail at $80, and I might be wrong. It might be actually $90. I don't know. I think $90 actually. I'm gonna say $90 because if it's 80, it's 90 plus tax. You can get these. These are basically what the Calabasas got their ideas from. Very, very similar. If you don't want to spend 120 or 200 in retail, you can get yourself a pair of these in all white or a pair of these in black. And they're very dope. The material is nice. A very simple sneaker. A very retro look, but it's simple. You know, it's not a Yeezy, but it's close enough. You know what I'm saying? So you make your own decision whether or not you want to spend that bread or get that head. You know what I'm saying? Very simple, very similar, and yeah. It is what it is. So yeah, guys, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the description. How do you feel? What I was missing out on? I feel like there's some sneakers you guys will say, yeah, like for instance, Air Force Ones could have been in there, Chuck Taylors could have been in there, Vans could have been in there. But right now, on this basis of 2018, I wanted to stay up to date and current with what is hot right now, what is popping, what are people wanting, what people are going after. And right now, these are some of the hottest sneakers that every man needs for the year 2018. So let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below. If you would like to see more of these, slap a like and I'll make sure to get it out to you as soon as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's your boy Tony D2Wild. I'm checking in, I'm checking out. Peace.